Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Zigzag here. Welcome back to Geoguessr Explained. So, today I am doing some more World Cup training, and I have over here a list, or like a wheel, with all the countries that I'm actually interested in practicing. There's 50 of them, and I'm just going to spin the wheel. Whatever we get, we're going to play a bit of, and we're going to spin it multiple times in the video. So maybe dedicate 10 minutes to each country, maybe 15 minutes to each country, and I'll just do this a bunch of times over a series to improve some stuff. And we'll play Canada first, which is good. Canada, I mean, it's one of my better countries, so let's go a balanced Canada here, and see if we can actually just, like, notice anything here. Canada. Okay, so a balanced Canada is, like, most common map on this country. Let's just jump into it here. I'll start with some no moving, and then we'll do some 10-second NPZ as I like to do. And I'll try and guess really quickly here while also explaining my thoughts. So first one here immediately struck me as probably Quebec. We got no front plates. Looks like it might be French here. It is. This felt rather like Ontario. We have big open fields here with a lot of crops. We do have hills here as well to our north, which is interesting. I was thinking Montreal, but I think it's actually too hilly maybe, so Sherbrooke could work here. Does Sherbrooke ever have like a hill north, I wonder? Maybe not. Magog has hills north. I'll try Magog here. Let's try that. Okay, it was actually Montreal. That's okay. 4.2 is pretty good, and we got the streak as well. Next one here, this should immediately be Yukon. It's really bright coverage. We see hill in the background and these wildflowers on the side of the road. Now, Yukon would actually be an interesting one to learn. I think like it's pretty learnable. Maybe I should do that before I go. I feel like that could be like the type of thing that wins you the World Cup, you know, learning the province. But this is very rural. It honestly feels quite far north. I'm going to, like, line it up with Russia here. This feels like it's probably even a bit further north to my mind, I mean. So maybe something like this. I think the right angle's probably not quite right, but let's see. I mean, it's not out of the question here. In fact, it is, because the bend in the road is wrong, but I kind of thought it was a bit further north here, and it wasn't. It was down here instead. So, yeah, I mean, that might be something to work on in the future. Just kind of... I guess it was a bit hillier than where I clicked. Where I clicked was pretty flat, but that's okay. Next one here. Honestly, didn't really feel like Canada, so if it's this warm, it should be somewhere in BC between Kelowna and Kamloops, probably, or Penticton and Kamloops, or something like that here. Let's take a look down here. Is that even palm trees? It's not. It's a willow, but still looks very warm. Yeah, this is like super warm looking, so yeah, I mean, it's hard not to go Kelowna here. Kamloops area also pretty good, I think. If it gets super dry, that's like Ashcroft, Cache Creek. This stuff's kind of more middling. Yeah, I'm going to try Kamloops here, actually. Okay, it was over there. Kelowna instead, yeah. Was probably my second option there. Still a good score so far. Next one here. Car glitch is interesting. So my immediate thought was like Yukon again, but I think with the car glitch and this kind of soil, it might be this road here, which also does have quite a few hills. So kind of liking that. See if we can see any evidence that it's actually Quebec here, because it could also be Newfoundland. That's where you find car glitch quite a bit as well. Looks like we have wooden posts here. I feel like that's quite a Newfie thing, so I think I would go Newfie here, definitely. Either that or Quebec. I mean, the mountains, they're pretty big south, so that would also, if the fact that they're south, mean it's probably not on the road that I was looking at before. So, yeah, let's go over here and see what we can find. So, with mountains south, I mean, I guess this stuff has to make a bit of sense, right? And they're pretty big as well, so... Yeah, I don't know, like, it doesn't seem like we're exactly near the ocean either, so could try this. Alternatively, I mean, how big are the trees here? They're pretty big. I think I would prefer to go here instead then. We'll see about that. Yeah, it was all the way south, yeah. So, yeah, pretty good guess again. And next one here, going to be Yukon or British Columbia. I think the Generation 2 often has an antenna like that in that region. So I think this highway here is still Generation 2, at least to a point. So I might try and pick a north-south section on there. The mountains here are pretty, they're pretty jutting up. So yeah, I kind of like it. Let's just go like this. It's a fairly lining up road, and it was actually in BC. I should have considered BC there more. It didn't feel that far north. And also the fact that it was Generation 2, that might be Generation 3 now. I don't know. I've definitely had some Gen 2, but it might have just been on a community world. So there we go. We got the province all but one. To be honest, this is a weak area for me, so yeah, I would kind of like to work on that kind of north area. But okay, let's jump in for another one here before we do some NPZ. This one, this sign here with the checkerboard, you wouldn't find that in Quebec, so that's immediately useful. I think this is probably Ontario. We have a very dark soil there. And that's bilingual signage. So maybe this is Prince Edward Island. And actually, yeah, we have a white thing on the post here, so, or on the pole. So I would say this is PEI. That also feels pretty PEI. The bilinguality of the whole round as well. Everything seems good for PEI. In fact, the biggest clue beyond the white sticker there is just the red soil. So let's get into here. We actually saw a hill, didn't we? Or like something like some elevation over here. So, I mean, I feel like this can still be anywhere. Ultimately, I don't think I have a region guess for PEI. This might feel more central to me, or central or eastern. I'm just going to go here. And it was. That's pretty good. Okay, good start. Next one here, white car. So white car, I think is kind of, is that common in like North Quebec? I think like Saskatchewan and Manitoba has a lot as well, I think. So this looks like a Quebec light post. It's kind of very rounded. Now, yeah, and here we have the Quebec sign that I was talking about last time. It doesn't have the checkerboard, and we're on the 132 here. So I would expect somewhere around Quebec City, maybe. There's the 132. So are we against the river here? It looks like we might be. Yeah. And we probably have the town name here somewhere as well, but well, almost undoubtedly. But yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, 132 is pretty long. But I think it's around Quebec City here. So I'll just go like this. I mean, we can use the right angle, actually. That's probably the wise thing to do here. And, yeah, I mean, it's not that. So I guess we can... I mean, does it bend around quite a lot there? It kind of doesn't. Get that right angle once again here. I struggle to remember that kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, 132 presumably keeps going for a while here, so... Finding that angle. Maybe this is quite a bit further north. I don't know. 132 is actually quite massive, isn't it? I think it's common around Quebec City. I'm just going to go like this. We'll try it. Okay, it was that. Oh, man. I thought we saw a bit more going on to the north. It turns out to be just like a few roads and then the ocean. I could have gotten that, but I just assumed there was stuff going on like the other side of the water. I don't know why I did, but yeah, there we go. Okay. Still got the province, I guess. Next one here. Immediately gives me a northern vibe here. I wonder if this is the road that leads north to Yellowknife, like the number 7 or something. Thought of that here. Yeah, we have a lot of wildflowers here, so I kind of like that idea. It's also quite flat in a way that's kind of uncommon to see. What am I trying to say? Kind of uncommon to see in Yukon. Yukon's almost always going to have mountains. Pole tops here, they feel decent for Northwestern Territory / Alberta. Although it's not the number 7, but the number 1 that I was trying to think of here. I don't see any other evidence, but I think I'm right here. Well, I don't think I've ever guessed this correctly before, but I feel good about it. So, I guess the number 1, where does it, okay, it becomes the number 3 and then goes to Yellowknife. I would say, if we're going so east-west, it could even just be around here. Because I'm not really seeing the appropriate town here on the number 1. Yeah, it's all pretty winding roads, really. So, maybe I could try this? I don't know. Again, there's no real town here to speak of, though. It's not much going on at all. Okay, let's check out the round again here. So, lots of stuff going on to our south. We have these wildflowers, though. That's what makes me think that it is, you know, quite far north here. Enterprise. It would be conceivable that we were like that. But it seems like the road's a bit too long. It's definitely a place where stuff is going on, though. Hey, river. Yeah. Yellowknife itself? Probably not. I think Yellowknife... Did it get Generation 4? I think it's still Generation 2, maybe. I'm not so sure about that. So... Yeah, not really too sure what I think of this. I really thought it was quite far north here, but maybe this is just in Alberta. Well, honestly, I think going Alberta here is almost more wise, just because we didn't really come up with anything proper here yet. So, I think I'll just go high level. Again, not really seeing where this would line up, though. But it could be like here. I'll just try that. And, okay. It was actually in Alberta, indeed. Near Anzac, which I guess is named after the Australia and New Zealand Army Corps. It's a very small town, indeed. Honestly... in the World Cup, that might actually be enough. I feel like some people could go elsewhere, but, you know, nice to know. That's blue car going up there on the 63. Good to know that it exists. Okay. Next one here. British Columbia this time, I'm calling it. The trees are a bit thick for Yukon. I'm just going to click, but I think it's quite far north here. I'm going to click like that, maybe? Try it. And okay, what's there? Nice. Okay, that was an improvement. Big improvement on the last one. And here, we have Ontario. It doesn't seem like it's an entry thing. It just seems like it's advertising for Ontario. Interesting that we have the white car here, so curious to see where that's going to be. But it's flat. It's not too agricultural, but it feels kind of wild as well. I'm just going to click like here, something. Okay, was a bit further towards Montreal, towards Toronto. Okay, there we go. 16.7. Let's do one on. Let's do one on 10-second NMPZ or two, and then we'll move on to our next country for the day, because all this practice is valuable. And Canada's definitely one that's good to brush up your skills on. Okay, first one here. We have France. I don't really see a good reason not to go Toronto here, so I think I'll just go for that. Was Toronto. Excellent. Next one here. Hilly. Interesting pole top there. Long crossbar. I don't know where this is. I'm just going there again. Okay, it was actually Montreal there. I thought we saw a front plate. Must have been seeing things. I don't really know. Didn't really have a good idea there. It was too hilly for Ontario, to be honest. So, yeah. Would have made more sense. And what? Interesting. Seems to have updated to be in New Brunswick, which is actually my main first thought, but we have like a really wide crossbar there. So, curious to see what it says now. Okay, we're on round 4. Yeah, so I think we've got a glitch there. That is unfortunate. Okay, this one, I thought, Manitoba on the US border here or something like that here. Oh, no. That was up there. Okay, this, I mean, I was too frazzled from the last round, bro. And the last one here, this is, yeah, this is going to be somewhere in Quebec, northern. We have Ocean East, though, so I don't really know what's the meaning of that. We'll go here. Oh, that's that again. See, the thing is, I wanted to go up here, but then the water east. I thought it would be west, but then, of course, it goes over here as well. And we're just out on a peninsula, which made things extra hard. So, good to remember that. That's a white car, so yeah, North Quebec. Terrible seed, but also we got burnt by a glitch there, so that's kind of annoying. This one should just be Ontario. It feels kind of wild, again. So I'm going to go like up towards Sudbury area here, something like that. Ooh, interesting. So why did I think that was Ontario? Why was I sure that that was Ontario? Oh, there's the pole top here. Yeah, this pole top is most common in Ontario. That's very interesting. I think PEI has a bunch of random stuff, so... oh, we're getting this glitch again. What's going on? Is someone playing on my account or something, somehow? I don't understand. That's like the glitch that normally happens when you're signed in twice or something. Anyway, this is interesting wintry stuff. Didn't really have a good idea here. I'm going to go like northern Ontario. Okay, Edmonton, rural coverage. That's pretty impossible, I think. Next one here. Oh, we have like a bollard coming out of the fire hydrant. I think that's a Quebec thing. I'll go Quebec City here. Not really sure though. Okay, it was Quebec City. Nice. That's a good guess. Next one here. Very, like, okay, the white things on the road here should indicate that this is Sask, and I guess somewhere out here, Swift Current region, kind of. Wow, Prince Albert even. Yeah, Sask has those little white lines next to the yellow lines, pretty useful. Next one here, this also feels like Saskatchewan to me, maybe. Alberta, I guess I'll just kind of click up here, or, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it's a bit too far north there, yeah. Medicine Hat, yeah, I guess maybe like the kind of really nice big highway, more of an Alberta thing. It's kind of a richer province, right? Oh, this is interesting. Should get that. I wanted to try PEI, even though there's no red soil. We'll see. And it was down here. We had like a bit of a rolling landscape here. Doesn't surprise me that we're kind of near the ocean there. Sometimes you get that kind of weird Danish landscape. And that was a pretty bad seed. That's okay, though. Next one here. Quebec, maybe, came to mind here. Just go here. I'm not really sure what it was, though. Okay, it was actually New Brunswick. That makes sense, to be honest with you. Next one here. Ooh, this feels super far north. I feel like there's some really, like, similar coverage up here. Try that. Okay, it was Ross River. Yeah, so the Ross River road goes up like this. And where does it end? Itsy Mountain, and then it goes over here, I think. I think you can actually get coverage all the way to there, so that could be like that weird road. We're learning right here, so let's actually go ahead and check that theory of mine. Zoom out here, just click on the Pegman, and see if I'm right about that. So leading from Ross River, huh? And it does not. Wait. Ross River, I'm looking at the wrong place here. So Ross River does not go all the way, but the Tungsten Road does. I was thinking of this one. This should all be Generation 2, yeah. But looking a bit different, definitely a dirt road. This should also all be a dirt road as well, I imagine, yeah. Very wild looking. This must be more overcast. So maybe I will boot up some tomorrow. Boot up some Yukon and learn some Yukon. That could be an interesting one. This is a bit sunnier, although very cloudy as well. I feel like these roads, yeah, very gettable, actually. So maybe that's tomorrow's little project. Yukon and Alaska could be a fun little one. North BC, Yukon, Alaska, just generate all this, learn it. Shows up in maps pretty often, to be honest with you, so honestly, I'll try and do that. I'll ask anyone to, or someone to generate me that map, and okay, and then we just have this glitch where it's guessing, say, this is a bad glitch, guys. So it's, I mean, my spacebar sometimes has some issues, but yeah, that's a bad glitch. Okay, not really sure what's happened there. Next one here, winter coverage, black car. Is black, I mean, it kind of looks like Western Ontario, so I'm just going to try that, but I'm not too sure where this is. Okay, so that's black car, very interesting. Good to know, on the southern road there. Car glitch here. Is it BC? That's my main thought here. I don't know, this could be east as well, though. Yeah. That's a very difficult round. Car glitch, yeah, sure. Next one here, white and blue car. Very rocky road. I don't know, I kind of feel like Calgary area for some reason here. I knew that might be very wrong. I don't know, that was very hard one to me. Okay, this one feels also like, I want to say it's also the same area. I don't know. Am I tripping here? Maybe this is also west. Okay, this is at least better. Green Lake Sask there. That's hard. Double poles as well is interesting. This one should just be Ontario for my money, somewhere around here or something. Yeah, that's fine. Again, a pretty bad seed there, so I want to end it off on a good one here. And 10 seconds in NPZ shouldn't be this hard. This feels probably, it feels Sask or Manny, so I'm just going to click near the border. And that's good. Next one here. Canadian Shield, Generation 2. Double yellow, so I guess you click on the Quebec side here. Generation 2, maybe this area. That's actually over the border. Next one here. Very cold feel to this one. I was torn between east and west here. It's actually Quebec there, so I'm glad I didn't go western Canada at least. Next one here, this should be BC. That hill in the background is surely too dry. This could even be Yukon, but I'll just try somewhere around here. I don't know. Yeah. Should have gone Yukon there. Something about it felt dry, but the coverage was very Yukon, very like overexposed coverage there. Next one here, Quebec pole top, which is nice. Kind of feels a bit more southern Quebec, but not really sure here. I'm just going to go halfway. Okay, it was halfway, nice. So 14k. I wanted 20k, or at least like an 18k to finish off here. This is winter coverage. It's starting to like feel like every time I don't know it's just Quebec, so I'm going to try that. Okay, this time it's the opposite. It's in New Brunswick again. This feels like just standard Ontario, but we don't have a front plate, so I'm going to click on the border here. Okay, it was actually in Quebec indeed. Next one here. Okay, is this the Dempster Highway? Kind of think it is. It's very flat here, very nothing going on. Not too many trees. Let's try here. Was all the way south on the Dempster Highway. That was actually not even the right province there. That's a very interesting round, though. It didn't look typical. This should be Yukon then. Maximum 60, though. The ATV thing, I think that's a Quebec thing. I have to go there. Wow. Nova Scotia. I thought the ATV, or the snowmobile sign, I don't know. I thought that was a Quebec one. I don't know. It's Manitoba poles with a low crossbar here. Fair amount of trees. I think I'm more eastern here. Okay, it was just some trees around here. So that was a 14k again. By no means as bad as the last one. That was actually pretty well distributed, but still. Okay, that's an Ontario one, right? I think we have to go a bit further north in Ontario. I don't know, North Bay here, something like that. It's a fine guess, honestly. Next one here. Interesting guardrail, wow. So, I guess this should be like New Brunswick or something with these guardrails. Quebec. Just trying to remember what Quebec guardrails are meant to look like. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Next one here, blue car. Looks like a Quebec light post here. Could easily be Quebec, to be honest. I'm just going to go like this. Yeah, it was. Man, our Quebec region guessing has been pretty poor, though. Winter coverage here, wooden post. I don't know, is it like all the way on the border? Yeah, okay. I have seen that coverage before. That's decent, The last one here. Quebec, Ontario. I don't really get the vibe here. It could just be west as well, I guess. It was indeed there. Okay, that was a 15k. Honestly, we almost got the province every time. That was pretty good. 2 sets of locations, very similar location there. Ontario thing here again. Yeah, this is a bit more Ontario, like Barrie area or something like that. It's good. Next one here, white car. So I think this is a Sask thing to do. Yeah, we got the Sask stop sign there as well. Starting to get a bit further north with the amount of trees here. Let's head to Prince Albert. Damn, some random trees there. Well, to be fair, we didn't see a forest, but I kind of thought I was right. Okay, this is the Generation 4. It's kind of cloudy, so let's pay attention to where this one is. So we'll just go up here somewhere. Not really sure where this would actually be. Whitehorse, north of Whitehorse, getting a bit cloudy there. I think actually learning the clouds and stuff is actually necessary for that area. Just so huge. This is going to be Ontario guardrails here. A bit further north. I don't know. I like clicking near Sudbury, but there's not that much coverage there. Okay. And the last one here, we can get a good score. I can be happy with this if we get it right. Ontario again, I think. I don't know. Could be a bunch of places. I'm going to click the same place. New Brunswick. Okay, we have to go again then. Not going to settle for a 14k. This is Ontario winter coverage with rocks going north-south. I kind of just thought of there, to be honest. Let's see. Was that one instead? Okay. Not really sure here. Manitoba. I mean, Manitoba felt decent. Yeah, we'll reset this seed. I think maybe the transformer could have helped us there. The fact that it was facing towards the road, if it was. Okay, we have the H here. So I believe that's found here. H on the back of the sign for Quebec is found near New Brunswick. I don't know. I really struggle to remember those. My way of remembering is really... Okay, it's just glitched it again. What? Okay, my space bar on this laptop is faulty, and it sometimes double presses. So I have to be careful to tap it only once here. I'll just press next round, I guess. Or that circle on the thing, is it like Montreal? I don't know. Okay, it was Ottawa. But to be fair, on the Quebec side, so I don't know. Okay, this felt a bit BC. Yeah, it still does, but why is it so open? I don't know. I think it's wrong. Okay, that's why it's Calgary instead. This could be worse. It's a very... This road feels very Sask to me. Kind of dry as well. Let's try like here. It's pretty good. Ontario pole tops here. Interesting with this Generation 3. I'm just going to go like quite far east here. I don't know. It's quite far west instead. Damn. And the last one here, if we can get it right, will end Canada. Didn't actually, unfortunately, get where this was. I'll try on Montreal, though. Ottawa again. We didn't have a front plate, which is a bit frustrating there. Okay, 15.7. I'm happy with that. Honestly, not the most skilled played seed, but you get good points for going Montreal on Ottawa. So, and everything was at least serviceable, I suppose. Okay, so let's do one more country for the video then. See what we get here. It's going to be Finland. Finland, I actually do know some metas here. Honestly, practicing Finland is not something I'm against, so let's just look up to see if there's a good Finland map here. I've never practiced Finland in my life, I think. But that's what this is about, a balanced Finland. I'll try and make one of these videos as often as I can. Okay, Finland is not going to work, so AI generated Finland. AI gen Finland. Surely this exists. There we go. Okay, when is this generated? 2023. Looks good enough to me. I hate how they have the date in the American formats. Confusing for everyone else. Okay, first round of the day here. Kind of winterish generation 3. You'd normally click further north. Although, actually, I'm pretty sure you can find it most places. Bit rocky here. That can really, like, Finland is pretty rocky. I would just go like this, I think. It's decent. 600 points is honestly decent on this map, I think. Okay, fairly agricultural. Trees are fairly normal looking, so yeah, I would just go like this, I think. It's decent. 1k, yeah, 1k is the standard, I think. Okay, this feels like Helsinki. Just lots of farmland. I'm just gonna go over like that. Yeah, beautiful. Great guess. Next one here, this feels honestly a bit interesting here, how we have some hills. It's a bit rocky on the side of the road. I have no idea where this one is, to be honest. I don't get a strong vibe. I could just click middle. I kind of thought it might be like Russian border here, so I'll just try that. Yeah, it's far north. I don't know. I just didn't get the vibe there at all. This feels far north. Very similar, but like this kind of like fake grass next to the road. Feels very Murmansk, so something in this kind of region, I imagine. Yeah. But on the border there. Okay, we have the fake grass on that road. Maybe could be a meta. 7k, I think that's par. We got one good guess. Let's see if we can beat that. Okay. So this feels honestly like Helsinki area again, but maybe a bit further west this time or something. No, I don't really know. But I'll go Tampere this time. And okay, it was a bit further northwest there. That's fine. Next one here. So this one's a bit more of that wintry stuff that maybe just click middle of the country. Oulu, maybe. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. So is it worth paying attention to the pole tops here? This one's kind of interesting. I don't think it'd be regional. Maybe one day someone will figure it out, but I'm just kind of more thinking about for when I'm playing an NPZ or something, and I don't know which country it is. This though feels kind of central like this, I think. Okay, that's... I was going to go southern. I don't know why I decided to go a bit further north. Just hedging, I guess. This is interesting. Very sandy. We have a bit more of that fake grass. I am thinking further north here, but the trees are honestly pretty big, so I'm just going to click middle again. Yeah, that's good. And the last one here, we can still win. We can still get our best score. This feels like Helsinki, but maybe a bit further towards Russia. A bit rocky here. Let's go like that. That was just Helsinki. Damn. 5.8k. That was actually better in terms of kilometers, though, I reckon. Because we didn't have any massive fail. Next one here. This feels a bit north. It's kind of summerish. I think Generation 2 summer. You can go fairly north here, though. I think this is more like here, maybe, actually. Yeah. Kind of, when I looked around, I realized a lot of the trees didn't quite fit for that. Okay, very rocky here. Again, this moss feels like something, but it's actually just winter, so I think we go south here again. Yeah, southwest. We had a brick house. I wonder if that's kind of a good thing for the coast area. We have some wildflowers here, but again, this is fairly agricultural. Kind of feels like the Baltics. I'm going to go down here again. Okay, that's good. Honestly, this has been a good seed. Good vibes. This, again, is winterish, so... And we have hills here. I'm going to say this is this side this time. Yeah, good. Okay. Actually, I'm kind of good. I'm kind of good. Snow here. So we click northwest, I believe. And I think it's this kind of region here. Let's go like that. Oh, it's even inland a little bit there as well. 10k. Honestly, look at that. That's a really good seed. We're region guessing Finland already. Let's just keep this up, because like Finland, there's really not too much to it. You just guess. But having the vibes is going to be important stuff. Okay, this is like spring coverage. I'm sure you could generate where the spring coverage is and think about that, but it's better to just learn the trees, I think. And these trees don't feel too far north, but we've been burnt by that before. Because Finland is a bit deceptive. But looking at the grass here, we have some real grass. So I don't want to go too far north here. I'm going to click like that. Yeah. I was worried that would be max north, but really. We have tilted antenna. I think tilted antenna is like this region here. No, okay, it's west. So tilted antenna there, no antenna here, I think. Tilted long antenna, that is. Okay, south coverage, go like that. Helsinki, maybe, if we're on a highway. What does it feel like? We do have proper grass here. I'm gonna try Helsinki. Yeah, nice. And winter coverage here. So winter coverage, it's normally southwest, I think. But the question is, this could also be southeast as well for Generation 4 I'm talking about here. Does it feel southwest now? I don't know if this feels. I think I have to trust the meta. I think I have to trust the meta here. Oh, interesting. There are small patches elsewhere, so that could have been a good seed. But yeah, it didn't feel right though. I should have trusted myself because you guys could see I was hesitating there a little bit. And we have a fair amount of real grass here, but also not too much. Just gonna go like this. I think it's good. Honestly, this country is region guessable, guys. This is winterish, though it's not winter. We have lots of fake grass. I think this is about as far north as you can go with this coverage. So I'll go like that. Oof, nice. Guys, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, kind of the autumn Generation 3. This is north, in my opinion. We also see a hill. So let's go like this region, maybe? Ah, so it's just a Russian hill there. Maybe should have looked a bit more, but I thought I saw fake grass everywhere, so I was feeling confident on north. This time I'll go south. Do we have an antenna there? We might not have had an antenna. Okay, this is, again, the kind of north feeling stuff, but this actually is, I believe, because it's so... I don't know how many roads there are here. This is so, like, bare. It honestly feels like the Swedish border stuff, actually. Yeah, it's good. Okay, 10k again, 10.9. New PB. Honestly, just 1% there. Okay, this is literally boom. Winter again. So we've had a few different locations for this winter. This feels a bit further west to me. Go. Okay. Again, yeah, this region's had a bit like that. This yeah, we have lots of real grass here and it's very barren. A big hill. Go Ruka. Yeah. Boom. We should also look at the topographical map here. I want Jupiter to make me a training mode with topographical map enabled, you know. It would be very useful for this, I think. So this feels quite southern, right? Slight hill. Is it actually Helsinki? I want to go a bit further west than Helsinki, maybe? Nice. This is Helsinki, I think, with a highway that big. E3, I think it says. Could be E8. Helsinki, I think that says Helsinki, maybe. Not too far away. I don't know. I'll try like that. Okay, what's that highway? E18. Turku would have been better, but that was, again, a great score. And look at that. I got the vibe every time. If you don't think Finland is region guessable, then yeah. Okay, we'll do 100 rounds. We're on 85 at the moment. Let's do 100 rounds. I don't think 10-second enemies I'm going to learn as much as actually looking around here. But of course, being under pressure when you're in the tournament's completely different. This is winter coverage again, and it feels southern. So let's go Turku here. Kind of I still thought it was more southwest, but maybe I'm missing something there. Short antenna here. Feels quite Russian in a way. Definitely the trees feel southern. I'm just going to go like that. Okay, it was, yeah, south. This is pretty agricultural, but I could see an argument for something more north here. It's pretty open, though. So maybe this. I mean, just looking at the map where there's less trees, I'll go like that. Okay, it was, yeah, this open section here. Yeah, not the best. This also feels Baltic. I'm gonna click here, maybe? Yeah. It's good, it's good. Like, it's honestly, we're region guessing fine here. Again, this would be like the max north. It's like around here, right? Yeah, that like here. Okay. That felt quite northern, so I'm wondering why. Just kind of missed that. Honestly, decent though. Still decent. Getting the south vibe most times, just missing the region guess. This is definitely southern. We have a smudge here. I'm not going to try and bother to learn that on Finland, unfortunately, but I would go maybe here. It's good. 2K is great. 2K is great. No complaining. This feels like Helsinki, I think. I'm going to click downtown this time. Winter coverage here. Also pretty southern, I would say. Ooh, so that was that kind of bit of openness a bit further north there. Not really sure how I could get that one, though. Fair amount of rocks here, as well as trees looking pretty thin. But we do have some real grass, so I'm going to say it's not as north as it could be. It's a fairly major highway here as well, though. Okay, it was that road. Interesting. Has that been replaced as the E8 Generation 4 now? It was quite north there indeed, of course. Almost max north. This is winter coverage, lots of lakes. I think this time I'm going to click on the lakes. GigaChad lake click, yeah. Sometimes when you see a big lake, it's a good idea to click near a big lake. Like it does, like there's so many lakes in Finland that it feels like it shouldn't work, but sometimes it does, you know? It's a experienced Geoguessr player's little guide there. That's Helsinki. This is very snowy. I mean, it looks north, but I think the trees actually spell a bit of a different story. I think they're kind of southern. And the quick question is, which way do we click? I think it's because it's more open, we click more west. More just middle there, unfortunately. This is Helsinki. Nice. This is a good seed. This is a border road of some kind. So, is it snowing? No. So, I think this might be, instead, this road. I do worry that I don't see an appropriate angle here. So, we could click this road and... No, it's not even a road, okay. I think it's that road. Also doesn't really have many nice angles. Do I risk it here? Do I say it's just still some... What about this road? That looks good. There was a river here, wasn't there? Maybe. I'm gonna try this road, guys. I don't really know if that has coverage. I'm gonna try it. Oh, it's this. Ah, that's okay. Okay, let's actually check if that road has coverage. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I was just desperate for an angle there, because this was going to be a really nice score. So, clicking into it here. Okay, it does have coverage. Now, is it official coverage? That's another good question. No. Yeah. Read. Yeah, okay. That's good to know. And for our 100th round of the day, it's going to be something southern here. Now, the question is, fair amount of wildflowers here. A lot of fake grass as well. But a lot of real grass too, and a lot of agriculture. This is also really low quality generation too. I think if I played a lot of Finland, I would try and pay more attention to this round. But as it stands, I think this is just a hedge here. And we pull it, a 13.1k there. Honestly, guys, that's pretty fire. Very region guessable seed. The south part's much easier, like this. Below this line is really easy. This middle part's really hard, and then it gets easy again. So, honestly, having nothing near Oulu helps, but there's not much coverage there anyway. You have to remember that. So, there we go. Hope you guys learned something playing Finland and Canada, two ice hockey countries, two relatedly northern ones. So, you know, it's the theme for the video. But, yeah, thanks very much for watching the video. Subscribe. There's going to be more training coming. Hopefully, you're learning a bit. If you actually made it at the end, comment, because that's pretty impressive. You must like me or like Geoguessr, one of the two. But anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the video very soon. Till next time, and I say goodbye.